Hey guys, I'm gonna back here for that video, guys. Welcome back to episode of my Madden no clip series. We no clip inside and outside stadiums in Madden 26. Today we're looking at a very interesting stadium. This is called the Port Cargo Stadium in Madden 26, and you can see right here it says Miami on all the sides. It says Miami on the sign. You also got Miami Dolphins. Now, I believe this is just in Miami. This is not like for the Dolphins. I just selected the Dolphins. This is not like a specific, Miami Dolphins stadium. This is literally actually, it would say this if any team was playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just this is for the Dolphins type of stadium, but it is a cool concept that I chose Dolphins. So we have some very interesting things going on here. We have a gigantic crane, it looks like, right over a cargo ship. And you got actual cargo on there. You got a freight as the company. And it says Poseidon on the back. Now, the ship is, feel like this is out of water. Or this is floating on the water. Am I crazy? It doesn't. Maybe not. It feels like it's floating on the water, personally. It doesn't feel like it's actually on the water. We got Sophia on the top here. Anything inside? No. Okay, so the ship's completely just not really anything. We do have people I thought I saw on the side here. Yeah, so the people are over here, but then they disappear once you get too close. So, like, they're up here just randomly walking around the ship, but then they disappear when you get too close. So, this is, I believe, just Miami, Florida. So we have port cargo. We have a bunch of different crane stuff and random stuff. We have freight cargo vessel. Nice, not bad. We do have our Munchburger truck over here. We also got a Greasy Biscuits truck over here. We got ourselves our Oscar's Pizza, which you've seen in a couple different maps now, which is awesome. I love Oscar's Pizza. It's a legendary, advertisement that's in like pretty much every single Madden, dating back to like Madden 19. We have our little thing where they hook for the what's called the anchor, so they can anchor the actual thing. Another crane here, another ship. Okay, so we got two different ships. Freight cargo. We have so it's the exact same model, which kind of expected. We also have these cranes on top of the ship. Actually gives us a little bit of, I guess, no, it's literally the exact same ship. Okay. I thought for a second it was a tad bit different. I thought, they kind of mixed it up a little bit, but it doesn't look like that's the case. We have a lot, and I mean a lot, of these cargo containers. Holy moly. I guess this is how it is in real life, but they just made stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. I really didn't think. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, I was going to do that for like the first part of that, but it just literally kept going. So it just ended up being over and over again. We have ourselves some, I think these propane tanks, I want to say, over here. Maybe gasoline tanks, potentially. We have some buildings over here. They do not have any interiors, but they do have gigantic garage doors. So I'm going to guess that's probably where they store most of the stuff, like most of the equipment and stuff. We have these gigantic pipes, looks like, steel pipes. And then we have a forklift who looks like we have no certified forklift drivers, picking that up. Kind of love the pink on the water tower. That's kind of a nice little touch. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Vice City. I don't know why, but this reminds me so much of like GTA Vice City. I guess it's because obviously Vice City is also in Miami, but I feel like they just took a lot of like GTA Vice City and put it in this map, which I kind of love, man. And I know GTA 6 is going to have GTA Vice City in it, so that's also a really, really dope concept. So we have a 2D rendered out here. This is also a 2D rendered city. So they have some 2D rendered images on the outside. You really don't need to, there's no real big issue with that. It just kind of gives a little bit of depth and feel, as you can see. from far distances is fine. Once you zoom in, obviously it's different. So these shipping containers, cargo containers, don't have anything inside. Yeah, no, they're completely empty inside. Nothing really designed on the inside there. Let me make sure we don't miss anything here. As always, when we do these videos, I go over things 100 different times because I'll miss it. Like these forklifts. Randomly just missed them as I went through. Because these maps can get really insanely big. And there's a lot of things going on for a simple Madden map. Which, it's funny, you look at some maps from back in the day, and it's like from some different, from different games. And you see how there's like nothing. If you can't see it pretty much from where you're at, there's nothing there. And Madden maps, there's so much there, even with stuff you cannot see. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Alright, so we have, is this an oil rig? I believe that's what this is. I might be incorrect. It looks like an oil rig. Usually those are out in the, actually out in the ocean somewhere. So it might actually be something else, but that's kind of dope, I guess. A little bit of added detail. Again, from the actual, field, all you can really see is this. So you can't even really see in the background there the actual, cargo containers. So it's nice that they did put in all the little extra detail to do that. As always, this is a Madden simulation game, right? So the whole point of this is to make it feel as realistic as possible because it's a simulator. You're simulating an experience that you're playing in an actual map and playing some football. So how long does this ocean go for? Okay, I really like the sunset on the ocean. Again, just little details like this that EA Sports adds in makes it so much better. It makes it such a cool concept across the board when they add in the little details like this. And then it just goes completely dark. Oh, man. Where's the sun, actually? I guess the sun is behind the clouds. So this is something with some of these custom maps we looked at recently, is that they have, the sun in different orientations of where we normally see the sun. So normally we'll see the sun in certain areas, but this time it's it's actually behind the clouds and stuff. It's a cloudy day. It looks like a storm's coming. It just looks like a mucky day altogether, I would say. Alright, let me actually go back here so we could try to see some detail on this actual ship. Or not ship, but this cargo thing. Again, tell me down below if I'm butchering what this is, but it feels like it's something like that. It looks so freaking dope. So humongous, though. There's actually a ladder in there for you to climb up. That's the little details, man. That's the little details that you love to see from EA Sports. Is there's actually a ladder in there for you to climb up to the very top. Like it should have, but, you don't need to have that stuff in these games. That's why when EA Sports does go crazy on these games and these maps, it's so cool because they don't have to. So, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions, though, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.